Welcome to Stuff's Cup Wrap. Duncan Johnson, I'm Todd Nile on the most dramatic day, well, the most telling day so far in this regatta, with the first dream over as American Magic exits the competition in a frustrating kind of way, Duncan. They would have wanted to show their best, but in the end, the Gremlins got them just when they didn't need it.
Yeah, the technical struggles with the foil system came back to haunt them. It almost seemed inevitable, really, given what they've gone through. This was always a bridge too far, really. Their victory was really getting Patriot back out on the water, but it wasn't really competitive against a super slick Luna Rossa outfit, who now go on to face Ineos Team UK in the Prada Cup final starting on February 13. That's a best of 13 races, the first 7. So elongated from what we've seen here, and that's a fascinating series in itself. I mean, Luna Rossa take huge confidence out of their development here, Todd.
You would have preferred before to go direct to the final? Was this the better thing to do on reflection?
Todd, always the hard way, mate. I don't want the easy way. Never had it, so why start now?
So what do you get from this?
I think this is about as good a preparation as you could get leading into the Prada Cup final. You know, I know the British would have been watching us and been a little bit jealous, to be honest, a bit envious to see the racing we're getting out there. And as a team, I truly believe we needed it. There was a lot of things we wanted to work on in terms of the sailing team. There was a lot we wanted to work on in terms of the boat. It was just what we needed. We now have some time to get out there and really try and, keep working and progressing on the development program. Man, these guys are going to be tough, but that's what we're here to do. We're here to go against the very best. If that last race was anything to go by, we're in for one hell of a series.
Yeah, I mean, for American Magic, yes, the Gremlins got them in the end, but in both races didn't really nail the starts and let Luna Rossa get away. I guess they will be, pretty unhappy with the way that they've gone. Their sailing was a bit better, but just didn't really do it. Dean Barker, these are the toughest days. How are you feeling?
It's never a nice feeling. You never really give any thought to not sort of being able to go further in the competition. And even this morning, we really felt confident that we could go out there and put some good races together, and sort of come back today sort of level pegging. But I think Luna Rossa is, they've definitely taken a step on, and I think we probably, on reflection, we missed a bit of development during the period where we had to rebuild the boat. And we just weren't probably as crisp and as disciplined as we needed to be to do well.
To live through those moments of the capsize, do you manage to wipe that out of your mind, or does that somehow stay with you?
Yeah, it's amazing. We've had plenty of interesting moments. Day one when we took Patriot out, we sort of probably took it through more paces than it was probably supposed to on that particular day. But it's in this type of racing, it's always on the edge, and you've got to be able to push the boat hard and learn the limits. And as you get further into the competition, you see the boats are getting pushed harder and harder. And it's finding the boundary is sort of unfortunately a bit of a tough lesson at times. Our one, the number of bad sort of splashdowns and stuff we've had. We've never had a situation where we've blown a hole in the side of the boat. But I think we'll look back at that and realise how big an impact it probably did have in the actual overall performance.
When do you start looking ahead at your own future and whether there'll be another cup for you?
Right now, I'm just I haven't given it any thought whatsoever. I really want to spend some time with my 4 kids and my wife, and try and be a better dad and do all those sorts of things, because with this type of environment, you just sort of you invest everything into it, and they've been incredibly supportive. But at the same time, I want to give back some time to the kids so that I can see them do what they want to do.
Luna Rossa, the team with momentum, the team that's developed, and the team that is looking stronger, they'll be coming out of this with a lot of heart, won't they?
They certainly will. Their co-helmsman today, Francesco Bruni, suggesting that they had gained as much as 10% in the last week. Now that's incredible, really, when you look at these boats, but that's the development that's going on. Across the viaduct, We know that Ineos Team UK were out at dawn today on Saturday, and they haven't stopped developing at all. They know what's coming at them. They will have watched this with very wary eyes. But I think a lot of grace from the Italians today as they accepted their victory. They realised that they were up against a wounded American outfit. They were full of sympathy, really, for what happened to American Magic in the end, and it just sort of continued the great sportsmanship that's been going on at this regatta. But and amongst that sportsmanship, you could tell the ruthlessness as well. Jimmy Spittle, let's not take our foot off the throat.
Yeah.
Now for Ineos Team UK as soon as they cross the line. So these Italians are up for this now, challengers of records. They've got everything to play for here. They're alive, but the American dream, the magic has disappeared. They're on their way back.
Yeah, that line from Spittle setting up what will be a fascinating Prada Cup final in a fortnight's time when Ineos Team UK meets Luna Rossa, and we'll be looking towards that in the next Stuff Cup wrap.